In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to model a nose cone that will be 3D printed. Here's an example of what we're going to make. You can see that there's these two parts and they are identical to each other. Uh, and there are these tabs right here that will allow it to be aligned nicely for gluing together. All right, so let's get started. When we're done with our model, we're going to have something that looks like this. Um, so right now, you can start a new file in your student folder and call it Paper Rocket Nose Cone or Paper Rocket Nose Cone Tutorial. Okay, we are going to use parameters for this because it's very easy to change parameters once you have them set. So to change parameters, I'm going to go to Modify, and I'm going to go down to Change Parameters. Now, I already have my parameters in here. Right? To add a new parameter, I'm going to hit the plus button. I'm going to enter my name. So maybe it's my fuselage length. You're not allowed to use spaces, so I often use an underscore. And maybe my fuselage is going to be 8 inches long or 12 inches long, whatever. All right, so you're going to enter these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parameters right now. You can pause the video if you need to. All right, now the first rule of Fusion is to create a new component for everything, and this is going to be nose cone. I'm going to use all caps so it's easy for me to see in my browser. And I'm going to create a new sketch. So I'm going to click on the XZ plane or the front plane, and I'm going to start by making an ellipse, and that's going to be basically the outer edge of my nose cone. So I'm going to snap to the origin right here, and I'm going to drag up, and I'm going to make this 2 times. So I'm going to push Shift and the 8 button, and that star is multiplication. And I'm going to write nose cone. I'm going to start writing NC. Use NC for nose cone. NC length, and I'm going to push Enter. Now I'm going to click, and I'm going to start dragging out, and I want this to be equal to fuselage OD, and outside diameter is what OD stands for. All right, and I'm going to push Enter. Great. And now I'm going to make another ellipse inside of this ellipse. All right, so I'm going to click on my ellipse tool right there. I'm going to click to the center, and I'm going to drag up, and I'm going to make this equal to 2 times. I'm going to write NC for nose cone length, and now I'm going to write minus 2 times thickness. All right, and I moved off the angle, so I'm going to get it to the right angle, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to drag outward, and now I'm going to make this equal to my fuselage outside diameter minus 2 times thickness. And I'm going to push Enter, and you can see that I have these 2 concentric ellipses. All right, this is good. Now, some of these measurements are kind of in my way, so I'm just going to drag them out of the way so I can't, so they don't bug me. Okay. All right, this looks good. So now what we're going to do is we have this top part of our ellipse, and we want to make the shoulder. And that's the part that's going to be inserted into the fuselage. Okay, so it's going to step over a little bit. And so I'm going to click on the line tool, and I'm going to start at this vertex right here. And I'm going to start dragging over, and I'm going to type in shoulder step, and I have it as a 0.03 inches, so it's a very small step, and I'm going to push enter. All right, so you can see that that line we just drew is that little tiny line right there. This measurement is really in my way again, so I'm going to move it out of the way. Now I'm going to use the line tool again, and I'm going to click on that other endpoint of the line we just drew. I'm going to start dragging this down. It needs to be at 90 degrees straight downward. See, there we go. And I'm going to type in shoulder length, which is 0.75. I'm going to push enter. All right, now this is going to be the inside part of my nose cone. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to snap to that vertex. And I'm going to drag this down, and I'm also, even though it says 0.75, I'm going to make this say, I'm going to make this equal to shoulder length again, and hit enter. And now I'm going to connect these two lines. And one other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the vertices up at the top. And what that allows me to do is have this enclosed, see if I could hover over that. There we go. See that gray area? That's an enclosed region that we can revolve. All right, I'm going to save right now. And I'm going to stop right here, and we're going to continue in another video. All right, I'll see you in the next one.